Hi guys, our next three vocabulary for topic 1, lesson 1 are repeating decimal, terminating decimal, and power of 10. Repeating decimal is just simply a decimal that repeats. It's not the whole number, it's only a decimal. I'm going to give you an example of that. Let's say we have the number 0.3 and that continues to repeat and it will go on forever. One of the things you need to know mathematically is one of the symbols, which we have millions of symbols in mathematics, so they're just like signals instead of something that's concrete or a number. So keep an eye out for these. Here's 3 dots. When you see 3 dots, that means that is going to continue on and on forever. However, in math class, we like to do things as simple as we can. So instead of writing a repeating decimal such as that, we write repeating decimals like this. We use another symbol, and that symbol is we put a bar over the digit that is repeating. Now, there will not always be 1 digit repeating. There could possibly be 2 repeating digits or 3 repeating digits. We'll talk about that here in the next video. Okay, so our next one is a terminating decimal. A terminating decimal just simply means that it will terminate. So you will have something like that, 0 and 2500ths. There's no dots there. They don't continue. This number does not continue to go and go and go on forever. It's just 0 and 2500ths. So it would turn into the fraction 2500ths, and 2500ths would be the same as 1/4 because it's simplified, and it's a quarter, and that quarter means 0.25. So if you're talking about money, there you go. It stops at 0.25. It's a terminating decimal. What you need to know about both of these are that they are rational numbers. We haven't talked about rational yet, but that is upcoming, so please pay attention for that. Listen for that rational number. These are both rational numbers, and the reason they are is because I always know what number is going to come next. Even though this one keeps going, the 3 is always going to keep coming and coming and coming, and this one stops and makes it easy and rational because it's just 0.25. I know that's what it is. The last vocabulary word for this section is power of 10. I'm not going to go through all the powers of 10 because you actually only need to know 2 or 3 for this one. So I'm going to tell you about 10 to the first power. 10 to the first power just means that there's 1 10. So that's really easy. 10 to the first power just means it is equal to 10 because there's 1 10. Okay. The next power of 10 will be 10 to the second power. Now, if you recall exponents that you may have learned in the past, that means 10 squared, or 10 to the second power means 10 times 10. So 10 times 10 is equal to 100. So notice that your exponent tells you how many zeros you have when you're working with powers of 10. So 10 to the third power would be 1,000 because there would be 3 zeros attached to it. That's another little math trick for you. You're going to learn lots of them this year. These 3 right here will all be things that you'll need to know whenever you're trying to figure out how do I take a repeating decimal and turn it into a fraction. How do we do that? That's what our whole lesson is going to be about. You'll be using the power of 10 a lot.